So today is all about inspiration and being inspired. Go out and take some great pictures, just feel good. But sometimes that's not the case, is it? There's times when we just don't feel motivated, we don't feel inspired, we're just getting down on everything we look at, it just feels overwhelming. And why is that? And what are some of the things we can do, some simple things, to kind of reboot that? I think the best analogy is with baseball. Baseball players, you'll see they go through hot streaks and then slumps. And I think part of that is because they're just doing so much and concentrating and focusing so hard on one thing for so long. I don't want to call it burnout, but they get tired. And I think the same thing happens to fine art photography, is that we're out looking for that epic shot, we're out trying to find that composition nobody else has, and eventually when you come back to the studio and you're culling through all your photos, you see nothing. And we get to that point where that's all we see, is we don't see those shots that used to pop out to us because we're striving so hard to get that shot every single time that we're just not seeing it. And so I think there's a few things that we can do to reboot ourselves and make everything feel fresh again. The first one is pretty simple. It's just change our routine. How many times do you get up, make your coffee, drink your coffee, check the email, look at a few websites, check Petapixel, check F-stoppers, and just go about your day the same exact way over and over and over? Of course you're not going to be inspired when life is so rigid and routine like that. So do something different. Get up, go for a walk, grab your camera, just walk around the neighborhood with it and just take pictures of the small things. But what it's doing is it's resetting your brain and it's allowing you to see new things and new perspectives. The second thing is challenge yourself. On that walk, maybe take your 85 prime with you or your 50 prime with you and only shoot with that, and try to find things during the walk that are a little bit different from what you're used to looking at and looking for. Or perhaps take your variable zoom, set it on 35 and say, today all I'm going to do is shoot at 35. And then go back to the studio, look at those pictures and see what you got. See how things change by you changing and challenging yourself a little differently. And the other thing that I think we have to do, everybody has to do this, regardless of whether you're a fine art photographer or whether you're a baseball player, basketball player, or an accountant, is slow down. I think when our brains are moving at 100% of the time, we're basically redlining our creativity. We're redlining our inspiration, our motivation. We're just burning ourselves out in a way. And that's the one thing you really want to avoid happening, is burnout. Because once you reach the burnout point, it's a lot more difficult to get back into feeling re-inspired and remotivated. That's all I have for today. Thank you for joining me on Thoughts While Drinking Coffee. If you like this, please click the subscribe button, thumbs up, and join me for the next cup.